What's up guys, Anders here with another Black Desert video. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell icon to get notified when I upload my next video. Now today we're going to take a look at Sage Awakening skills. Sage Awakening just came out today, so we're going to take a look at what we have. Reminder though guys, we are missing a couple of things. So what are we missing? We're missing the core skills, we're missing the BSR skills, and we're missing the new additional skill that every Awakening class got. Sage Awakening, as far as I know, is also getting one, so that will be coming down the line. But today we're going to take a look at what we have. From the get-go at its release, I'm sure some things will be changing. So the first skill we're going to look at is Electrify. It's Q buff or E buff skill. 3-minute cooldown as usual, AP plus 30 for 30 seconds, accuracy rate plus 15%, and ignore resist plus 30% for 30 seconds. It's very different from the Succession one. If you remember the Succession one, over here it had the 15-second super armor on top of some crit damage and crit rate increases. So 15-second SA is not an Awakening thing anymore. The Lightning Surge skill is a spacebar skill that can be used even on cooldown. It has a cooldown of 5 seconds. Spacebar after certain skills. Pretty much everything I've tested so far, you can use spacebar even from your pre-awakening. So if you dash into spacebar, you can do that. If you're in pre-awakening and say you do the pre-awakening dash, you can go into spacebar as well. It's very quick. Easy to actually catch someone with a stiffness CC. Its damage is okay as well. Critical hit rate plus 50%, so not bad. You can see here it says air attack, down smash only when overcharged. Now overcharged, it tells you right here, using this skill after other skills will overcharge it. It's a sort of a little passive that Awakening Sage has. Certain skills will tell you it has additional effects when you overcharge it. And all that means is as long as you're comboing or linking skills together before you use that skill, it will have that overcharge ability activated. Bolt is the Awakening dash. It's super armor invincible, then super armor normally if you just use it by itself. And if you use it after a skill, so you overcharge it, it's invincible, then super armor. So immediately an iframe. So normally SA, iframe SA. If you do a skill, say like this, into this, you saw iframe into SA. So we skipped the SA. It helps you if you're about to be grabbed in one of the more stationary skills that Sage Awakening has. You can escape the grab by immediately going into iframe instead of going to SA first. So really nice little passive that Sage Awakening has with the overcharged ability. Cabela's trading is just normal, nothing really exciting, except it does have a casting speed plus 5% when you use it. This is what it looks like. Pretty normal. It's I guess it's ranged, so if you want to poke at someone, you can do that. But the nice thing is 5% attack speed, or I mean 5% casting speed for 10 seconds. Now C's, yes, Sage Awakening has a grab. It's a ranged grab. I've seen some people think that Sage Awakening has 2 grabs. Technically they do, but it's 2 versions of the same grab. Now if you're on melee distance, you'll have a bound CC on your grab. If you're a little bit further away, it will be a range grab and it will be a floating CC. So 13-second cooldown, much like most range grabs with other classes. And this is what it looks like. So as you saw, range grab, pretty decent range. I think about the same as Lawn Awakening. And then that's a floating CC and then bound CC on a melee grab. Not bad. I think it's good that it has a grab. It makes it more viable in my opinion. Now Spear Bolt is the first of its Awakening kit skills. Forward F. Hold F to dash, 7-second cooldown, 1 hit damage. Pretty decent modifiers. 100% crit rate is always nice to see. Stiffness and a knockdown only in PvE. Stiffness is both PvP and PvE. The other thing it has is AP plus 16 for 10 seconds. This is what it looks like. Can you hold F? And it does that little skill at the end there. Not bad at all. It's really quick, so you can actually catch people, even though it's unprotected. if people don't know how Sage Awakening fights, you can probably take advantage of that and use forward F because it's really quick, easy to CC people. There's a flow with it, the aftershock flow. So hold F after Spear Bolt dash hit also works if you use Shock Relay, Impaling Flash, and other skills. Basically, it does more damage. It does stiffness. It gives you that AP plus 16 for 10 seconds again. And it gives you a knockdown in PvE. And you can see here it has Arcanin effect. So Arcanin is a summon that you have. It will do summon damage, so that's really strong. 1301 by 6 with 100% crit in PvE. Has 50% accuracy rate, as all summons do. So you won't have problems with evasion targets. Let's see, it was, I believe, hold F after dash hit. So you just hold F. And there you go. Pretty cool skill. You can use it not just after Spear Bolt, but after a few other skills as well. Now, Rift Storm is a pretty heavy hitter skill, 9-second cooldown, Shift LMB, pretty crazy modifiers, 50% crit rate, 8% accuracy rate, and it's SA while you're using this skill. It's a down smash on the last hit. So there you go. Not too long. I mean, you are stationary in SA, but the AoE is decent, and the damage is pretty good as well. There is also Enlightening Bolt, down LMB, 8-second cooldown. After certain skills, you can actually just activate the last hit. So down LMB, it's a DP minus 20 for 10 seconds. It's a floating on the last hit as well, and it has that summon effect, the Arcanin effect as well. This is what it looks like. So there you go. Not bad, not bad. Divine Executioner is that really cool skill that we saw in the trailer that allows you to basically move forward or move behind the target and attack them from above. It's super armor while you use the skill. Iframe when vanished and does okay damage. I have noticed a lot with some of these skills that terrain will kind of negate most of your damage sometimes, so it does have that issue as far as I can tell. It's a Shift Q skill. You can use it immediately after certain skills like Ator Spear or Rift Storm to just use it instantly. So this is what it looks like normally, Shift Q. This is just holding LMB. Okay. And then we'll wait a little bit longer again. We'll maybe move back here to use it. 100% crit rate is just nasty. You can do Shift Q again and move forward if you want. So a really flexible skill. In terms of damage, sometimes it hits really hard, sometimes it doesn't. Again, just terrain seems to be an issue. I don't know if that's something that's going to be fixed. It's 17-second cooldown. So it's a long cooldown for a skill that does a lot. So it makes sense. It's balanced, I think, in that way. But there are some issues with it, I think, in terms of target modifications. Flow Judgment. And it instantly teleports you behind your enemy, which is crazy. It's very fast, as you saw. And remember, when you're in Vanished, you're iframe. So really good. Not a bad skill whatsoever. It kind of goes hand in hand. It's not really its own thing. It just deals extra damage. But again, for some reason, this skill, Divine Executioner, and the Flow just have some terrain issues. Upsurge is a really interesting skill. Shift R&B, 10-second cooldown. You can use, you can just skip part of the skill and go into it by using certain skills. It's a frontal guard while you use the skill. The interesting part about it is that it has a knockdown resistance, minus 30% for 10 seconds. Never seen that before. It's crazy that you're able to now essentially attack anyone who wears adamantines and negate that in a sense. So 30% knockdown resistance reduction is really strong. You don't have to use it within a combo. You can just use it and debuff someone as you fight them. It has decent modifiers as well. This is what it looks like. It kind of looks like the Shift F from Pre-Awakening, if I'm being honest. So not a bad skill. In terms of PvP damage, it doesn't really do that much if you're doing the full animation, but if you're canceling it, it's not bad. It's a good, I use it as a sort of finisher unless I'm fighting like adamantine targets, but I've just started doing PvP today, so I'm sure they'll evolve as I get more used to the class. Shift F is a really, really cool skill. 15-second cooldown. Decent damage, 100% crit rate, so everything's going to be hitting pretty hard. 10% accuracy rate, HP recovery as well. It's a tier 3 add-on skill. That's why I have an add-on on it. I was just trying to tag and see which ones had add-on tier 3s. This is the only one I found. So Lightning Prison is the only T3 add-on that you can have on Sage Awakening. This is what it looks like. The AoE is pretty strong. I accidentally went into the flow there, but yeah, the AoE is pretty strong. Flow Interrogate is the second part that you saw. You don't have to use it after just Lightning Prison. You can use it after Upsurge, for example, as well. It's a forward guard, and it does the same amount of damage. It just doesn't have, I believe, the critical hit rate applied to it. And I think the range is a bit more. Let me see. Shift F here. And you just hold F. See if we can, yeah, see that. The range is a little bit longer than the Shift F. Not a bad skill. So those are the main awakening skills. Next up we have the Impaling Flash, a really cool skill. 8-second cooldown. Shift E, OK damage. Super armor while you use the skill, and then it's iframe. So let's see if it actually works on these dummies. You're basically going to be bouncing around your targets. Let's see, Shift E. As you saw, yeah. Your iframe, essentially, as long as you're vanished. And it's pretty quick and pretty strong as well. So 8-second cooldown on that, pretty nice. Radiant Annihilation is the F skill, 7-second cooldown. It's a summon skill, so it does a lot of damage from the summon. Primarily a 100% crit rate on PvE, 25% only in PvP. So this is what it looks like. Really cool. I like the Arcane effect. It looks really nice. But that's pretty much it. You can combo it with a lot of these skills, so it won't just be like you just pressing F. You can press F into other skills. Auto Spear is the only knockdown, I believe, in your Awakening kit at least. So down F is a 5-second cooldown. Evasion down 9% for 10 seconds. 50% crit rate, okay damage, and the big thing about it, it has a knockdown on good hits. It's unprotected, but this is what it looks like. It's decent range as well, so if someone's at range and you know they can't CC you, you can just throw it out there every 5 seconds. It's not a terrible idea, honestly. Down R&B is a really cool skill as well, 7-second cooldown. It's decent damage. It does DP down 20 for 10 seconds. Pain damage as well. This is what it looks like. You can see that it just electrifies all of these things. So in terms of a skill to pull mobs, it's not bad. It's not bad. I got to do some more PvE grinding, so I'll make more videos on PvE and PvP later. But just from looking at this skill, it looks pretty good for pulling for sure. And then finally, we have Shock Relay, R&B skill, 5-second cooldown, forward guard when you use the skill, critical hit rate plus 20% for 10 seconds. It's 100% crit. This is what it looks like. As you can see, the frontal guard is very short duration and very quick. The skill overall is very quick as well. But it's a sort of a self-buff skill. It does okay damage, but the critical hit rate plus 20% is really the main reason you're going to be using this skill, in my opinion. And that's pretty much it. I would have liked to see more sort of overcharge skill. We only saw like a few. It only has like maybe 2 or 3 that actually use overcharged. It would be nice. There is something to note before I forget, that there's a shock effect on some of these skills, so it's going to reduce the movement speed of all your targets, sort of like the way lightning skills reduce the movement speed of targets with Witch and Wizard. So that's very strong in PvP group scenarios, so keep that in mind. And overall, I mean, the class looks pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. I've enjoyed playing it so far. I'm going to try and get a little bit more familiar with the kit and bring you some more videos for you guys. Let me know what you think about Awakening Sage. If you like this outfit, the Awakening outfit for Sage, we're actually doing a giveaway on the Discord. We got 2 codes to give away. It's going to be about 2 days. So on the 23rd of April, the giveaway will be ending. To enter, all you need to do is follow the Discord link, join, react, and become a member, and then go to the giveaway channel and react to the giveaway bot. It's pretty simple. you only need the member role, which you get automatically by reacting when you enter the Discord invite. There's going to be 2 winners, but remember, you need to be on NA or EU, or at least have an NA or EU account to be able to use these codes. So if you win and you're not in NA or EU, you can't really use the code. So make sure at least you're playing in North America or Europe. And that's pretty much it for this one, guys. Let me know what you think about Sage Awakening. Don't forget about that giveaway, and I'll see you guys tomorrow with some more Sage Awakening videos. Take care.